Alright, so we are now in the very depths of Phazon Mines. That's a normal trooper? I could have sworn that was supposed to be a plasma trooper. Oh well. There's a whole bunch of Phazon right down here. And there's a missile expansion right there, so I don't care about the damage. It seemed like I didn't start taking damage before I picked it up. But I don't really care about taking that damage because it's more of an inconvenience to come back for it later. And here we get into the reason why I thought that cutscene could have been done differently. We've seen this creature before, but like I mentioned way back, there was one creature I was not going to scan on first meeting. In the gravity suit area, there was a creature that I just hit with the ice beam and then killed immediately with missile. That was one of these, the Hunter Metroids. And the reason I did that was because, well, we haven't seen any of them until this point, other than that one, so I just felt like that was out of place. And it was sort of an enemy like, oh, cool. Will I be fighting more of those now? No. And then you just forget about it, and then you come here and it's like, oh, that enemy. The enemy, the Metroid that latches onto you with some tentacle thing and just rushes into you. Why would you rush into me? Oh, God. I don't really understand why those Metroids want to rush into you, like ram into you, rather than try to suck your energy, because that is kind of what Metroids do. But then again, I suppose the only Metroids that actually do that are the normal Metroids. And pretty much every single evolution that has been made of Metroids over the years has more or less just tried to kill you. Not so much wanting to suck your energy. Whatever energy it is. And just wait for the glider. Get over here. For some reason there's ice doors down here. Why? I don't have any power bombs. Be right back. Now it's a plasma door. Okay, so apparently coming back to this room causes a blackout. And I've never come back to this room, as you can probably tell. So that's just something. Still looking for power bombs. Speaking of power bombs, I think 2 should do so. I'm gonna be heading back right now. Alright, so I am back with my 2 power bombs. Would have loved to have 3, but I'll manage. I will manage. And for this part right here, you'll want to boost ball your way over, just like that. Not really a big deal. And yeah, about my missiles, I kinda decided to try and use the wave buster on those borrowers, and it locked on to the wrong one. Let's just leave it at that. So I just stood there waiting for it to get up, and it never really did. So that was a waste of missiles, but that's not really that much of a concern, because I'm not using missiles to kill these guys. And yeah, there are 2. 2 Metroids need to be deaded. Did it. But don't do that crap again. There you go. That electric immunity stuff the Metroids do, that is really kind of annoying. Really kind of annoying. And then in this room, you might have noticed, but that room was completely black and everything, but whatever. Right here, we have a missile station. Yeah, Forgot that those existed, right? Totally. Totally. Now I have full missiles, so everything is jolly. Everything is jolly good. Or something. And I can't see crap, so get that visor back on. And I'm just gonna wait for this glider to get in a good position. Like so. Then I'm gonna go over here and I can make that jump quite easily. Then just get over there and... Door! Do not close on me. And then in this room we have something... I find this sort of interesting. We have invisible bamboo. Yeah, invisible bamboo, and the homing does work on these guys. Sure. The whole rule about invisible enemies not being homable, that's kind of a weird thing with these guys. Kind of a weird thing. But those bamboo were kind of like the cloak drone in that you can see them with the X-ray visor, but otherwise you can't. Obviously with the cloak drone, the X-ray visor wasn't really available, so yeah. And you'll want to make sure that you don't show any mercy to these guys, because they are not going to die to burning. It's just not gonna happen. You see that guy was burning? Yeah. Just takes a little more than just a few burns to take those guys out. But still something. For some reason I remember this one gravel point being much more annoying than it is. Not sure why. We're just gonna take down this force field and kill some more plasma pirates. Kinda slacking on the variety, but I guess they needed some showtime for the plasmas. So just gonna deal with these two wave troopers. Yes, whining about variety, just as they throw in wave troopers. And just... oh, you took away my logger! You silly, silly bean. And right here we have one of the only missile expansions that I did not remember when kind of going through the expansions in my head before doing this game. And I guess it's just because it's pretty much exactly like the one in the Fendrana Drift space, Cordite and all, but it's there, so get it. And right here we have the final pirate data. As we continue to observe the development of Project Helix's elite pirates, it becomes increasingly obvious that these warriors will usher in a new era of space pirate dominance. They are incredibly resistant to damage, and their ability to transport and wield so many weapons at once makes them the ideal mainstays of our ground forces. Though they are not as quick as typical pirates, it makes little difference. With a platoon of elite pirates in the vanguard of an army of normal and flying pirates, we will have a near indestructible backbone that should turn the tide in any engagement. Oh boy. Looks like those pirates got pretty high hopes for themselves, but well, we've already taken out 3 of the elite pirates. They're not really all that tough. They're not that big of a deal, and this guy thinks he's cool by dropping in through the ceiling. But now he is dead. This room always struck me as kind of odd, and it seems very cold. What the hell is going on with my voice? Especially because there's ice right there. I guess it's some sort of containment thingy for the Metroids to kind of hold them off. I'm just not sure why it would be here or something. Yeah. Not really important. What is important is that we are going to see the fruit of the Project Helix. Also, it's the only boss that you can scan before the fight actually starts. Which is kind of funny. Right here we have the Omega Pirate. Strongest pirate ever. You know shit is about to get real when the ice catch on fire. Whoa, that just did 2 energy tanks. This is not a good way to start a boss fight. Yeah. The Omega Pirate is pretty much just a big and scarier version of the Elite Pirates. He has the same absorbing beam thingy. He has the same wave quake thing. He has a much more devastating cut. Chase, get away from me. Get away from me. Jeez. Don't get too close in. Good lord. Really, I'm just messing around with him at this point. Because of that whole beam absorbing thing, I just recommend spamming missiles at him. Because they're pretty much the only thing that is not affected. Also, hitting this one is a pain in the butt. Oh, and there's Phason pools all over the place, so be mindful of where you step. Come on, let me hit you. I have plenty of missiles. And there you go. Die, 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 die. I do believe it's possible to destroy his turrets somehow. At least I've read it is, but can't seem to do any damage to it. But now that we have forced him to go into hiding like a little chicken, he's gonna send out some pirates to fight us. And okay, I kinda want to... There he is. Oh, I missed the plasma shot. Not really that much of a deal to that. I just missed a shot. Okay, you know what? I'm not even going to deal with you. I'm just going to shoot your big guy right here. And I'm doing pretty terrible. Terrible. I don't really care too much. But something interesting about the pirates in this fight is that some of them will just cling to the walls, like so. And all you really have to do is hit them to get them off. I want to try something out. Just put down a power bomb and that completely destroys everything. Well, almost everything. He still has that one. Of course it had to be that one. Jeez. Come on. Get it done. And I will say that you should try to stay kind of close to him, because otherwise he'll fire that one much more often. That thing takes away a ton of energy. I'm not joking when I say that. It takes out a lot of energy. Your energy tanks are going to melt away. You'll notice I've lost way too much energy as it is, just because I'm not really trying. I am trying somewhat, but commentating at the same time. Just... you know how it is. You know how it is. And where is he? There he is. I kinda just want to take him out in this round. And I should be able to. No problem. He is going to appear over there, yep, over there. He'll always appear, like, opposite of you. Not really close to the one you're standing at, but... I'd say this is a pretty unique way to get an upgrade. Don't you reckon? We just tuned badassery up to 11. Phason suit. Suit infused with pure Phason. And then they give us this ultra energy that you can't suck in. Only pickups in the game that you can't suck in. Look at that! I'm standing in the face and I'm not getting hurt. That is just wonderful in so many ways. But now that we have the Phazon suit, we're gonna be headed back into the Phazon mines. The Phazon caves area, whatever I call it. Whatever I call it.